Hello, Shorter College. It is important that all of us that are part of this school understand what is meant by the phrase, path to the possible. The possibility of what students and staff can become is demonstrated by the three influential historical figures chosen to be highlighted for Black History Month 2023. Daisy Lee Gatson Bates, born November the 11th, 1914, died on November the 4th, 1999. Daisy was a publisher, civil rights activist, and game changer. Daisy grew up in Hutting, Arkansas. She was only 3 years old when her mother was killed by a group of white men. This sad event made her aware of racism and violence at a young age. She was raised in a foster home until she was 15 years old, and she attended a segregated high school. Then she fell in love and moved away with her future husband to live in Little Rock, Arkansas. Daisy Bates took classes at Shorter College and Philander Smith College. She is best known for her role as mentor and advisor to the group of 9 students who integrated Little Rock Central High School in 1957. Bates dedicated her life to the struggle against injustice and was among this country's fiercest and most steadfast advocates for civil rights. Scipio Africanus Jones was born to a slave, Jemima Jones, in 1863, in the area of Tulip, Arkansas. His father owned his mother. Jones attended black schools in the Tulip area and later moved to Little Rock, attending Walden Seminary, which is now Philander Smith College, where he completed the 4-year college preparatory course in only 3 years. Then he attended Bethel Institute, which is now Shorter College, in North Little Rock, from which he received a bachelor's degree in 1885. For the next 4 years, he taught public school while studying law on his own time, passing the bar on June 15, 1889. His credentials were accepted by the Supreme Court of Arkansas in 1900 and by the U.S. Supreme Court in 1905. The most significant case that Jones was involved in was the defense of 12 black men arrested during the Elaine Massacre. Between November the 3rd and 17th, 1919, 12 men were tried, convicted, and sentenced to death for murder in their roles in a supposed black uprising. Trials were marked by weak evidence, a lack of cross-examination of witnesses, and short deliberations by the local juries. Jones was hired by black citizens of Little Rock on November 24, 1919, to work with the firm of George W. Murphy, an attorney hired by the NAACP to defend the 12 condemned men. By January 14, 1925, all 12 defendants had been released. In one legal brief, Jones described his case as the greatest case against peonage. Peonage is the use of laborers bound in servitude because of debt, and mob law ever fought in the land. Jones was also responsible for preventing a repeat of the Elaine Massacre in Little Rock. Florence Price. Florence Beatrice Smith Price, born in Little Rock on April 9, 1887, was the first African-American female composer to have a symphonic composition performed by a major American symphony orchestra. She composed more than 300 works throughout her life, ranging from small piano pieces to large-scale symphonies and from instrumental chamber music to music for the radio. She taught briefly here at Shorter College when she was in her early 20s. Due to racial tensions in Arkansas, she moved to Chicago in 1927. In 1933, the Chicago Symphony Orchestra performed her work, the first time a black woman had presented her work on such a stage. Price died in Chicago on June the 3rd, 1953. In 2018, she was inducted into the Arkansas Women's Hall of Fame. Price Fest was the first international festival dedicated to Florence Price's music. It was held virtually in Washington, D.C. in August of 2020. Thank you, Shorter College. Have a good Black History Month.